What's going on, y'all? It's your girl, No Better Nina, here with you on Vibe 105, back for another episode of No Better Chat. Joining me today is an upcoming Toronto rapper and OVO affiliate who has over 25,000 monthly listeners on Spotify, is fresh off of the release of his latest project, Big Screen, and of course, is no stranger here at Vibe. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome TV Gucci.
What's going on? What's going on?
How are you? Welcome back. Congratulations.
Thanks for having me back, man. I'm good, man. And thank you.
I want to talk, before we delve into the project itself, I want to talk about like the cover art, because I personally have noticed for you that you always do like either animated or cartoon versions of yourself for your cover arts, even if we go to your features, which we'll talk about later. So I want to talk about the cover art for Big Screen. It's an animated version of you sitting in an empty movie theater with 3D glasses on. Is this self-explanatory, or is there more than meets the eye with this?
I just had an idea of like basically big screen, watching the big screen, the movie, like the whole anything around a big screen, And I pitched the idea to my manager, and that's what he came up with. He got it done. Sherlock, he's a genius when it comes to this shit.
Yeah, no, I noticed like almost for like all of your tracks and stuff that you release, like your singles and stuff, it's always just a cartoon thing. And I was like, okay, you kept it on brand.
Right?
Now, share with us how this project Big Screen is different from your previous project, Televised, the series that you dropped back in 2018. Maybe the overall creative process, the tracks, the rollout. How is it different?
I've grown, I've grown as a person. I've grown as an artist, and you can just tell the elevation, and the wordplay and the wittiness of saying things, of how I say things, me being more comfortable, So, I just elevated everything, just growth.
Now, you did a couple collabs on this project, one with Swagger Right and one with Just Chase. Tell me why you chose them to be a part of this project.
Just Chase came about, I was in LA, and then he came by the studio, but he didn't come to the studio for me. He came to the studio to meet one of my other boys, to meet Preem. And they were just working, and Preem's like, yo, you guys should get one in. And then, he pulled something up, a Super Mario beat. He pulled something up, and I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Then he's like, yo, let me just try something. He did a melody. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. And then, from that, I'm just like, yo, I love this song, Plus it's like different from what I've done in the past too, especially as it being more of a billboard type song, a radio type song. I don't want to say billboard, I mean like a radio type song, Everybody can like it. You can be played everywhere, and I didn't really have one of those.
Yeah. And how about for Swagger Right? How did that come about? Was that like a relationship you previously had, or how was that?
Yeah, I know Swagger Right for a long time, And I shot a music video like on the south side of Jane. And then, Swagger Right came out to show support. One of the producers that I use, he's like, yo, I booked a session with Swagger Right. Just stop by if you're free. I'm like, all right. Went there and put on one beat. And that was it. Like, it didn't even, like, the beat, like, right away. It just happened so organic. Like, it was just like, boom. I'm like, you know what? Because my album was already done. My album was done. I already had my 9 songs that I picked. That's why I have 10 now, because I already had my 9 songs. And then that song was just fire. And was like, yeah, I'm putting this on the thing. So that was the last song that was like kind of holding up the album to be released, right? Because it had to get sent to get mixed and mastered.
And so at any point in time, like for you, was there any songs on the project that you were hesitant about before even like the Swagger Right song came about, that you were like, I don't know if I want to put this on? Like
today.
Yeah.
Yeah. My manager again. He's like, no, this has to go on. And I'm like,
And why were you hesitant about it? What made you hesitant?
I don't know, because at first it was like my least favorite, and then now it's like one of my favorites.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
So speaking of least favorites, I got a tough question for you, which I'm sure you've already been asked, but what is your favorite song off of Big Screen and why?
I can't have a favorite song. It's like a woman having kids. You have your kids. It's like you can't pick your child, which child is the best or your favorite child. That. But I like all of them. They're all my favorites. But right now, which is taking the lead, I'm gonna be honest, would be Gangsta Gentleman.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I was gonna say. You can pick a favorite for now.
Yeah. I'll just pick it for now, but there's more.
There's one for every mood, every level. There's
Every
one for
vibe,
everything. Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Southern Talk was, I believe, the first single off of the album and was released earlier this year. What made you decide on releasing that one as a single?
I wasn't even. That was just a song I put out. To be honest,
So it wasn't even initially like, oh, this is
Had
part of my
nothing to-
album roll up.
no, I did nothing. I didn't even start working on my album at that time.
Hmm.
I was just working,
Yeah.
putting out some, you know.
Yeah.
And then my manager said, "Yo, we got to put it on there." I'm just like, "All right." So I didn't want to put it because it's already been out.
I feel like there's so many you just didn't want to put. Your manager was like, no, you have to put it.
But that guy's crazy.
He's got your back though at the end of the day. Now, last question. Let our listeners know where they can check out your music and follow you on social media.
TV Gucci for everything.
All right.
TV Gucci on Spotify, Apple, this, that, Instagram. It's just TV Gucci for everything.
Perfect. TV Gucci, thank you so much for joining me. It was a pleasure as
Thanks for having
always.
me.
Of course, anytime, you're always welcome back here at Vibe. Y'all make sure to go and check out his brand new project, Big Screen, out now on all streaming platforms. And here he is right now with the track off of that project. It's Gangster Gentleman, only on Vibe 105.
Vibe 105, #1 for hip hop, R&B, and the culture.
A form's amazing, isn't it? I'm dodging feds, imprisonment. She asked for half entitlement. There go my dog, just let him in.